Welcome to another episode of
No!
We are here in 2016. Is that what year it is?
2016.
Yeah, this is our first episode of 2016, and we are bringing you a very important episode. Well, it's not
the
really...
16th anniversary of MP1.
Is it really the 16th?
When did this come out?
You know what? It probably came out around 2001, 2002.
We cannot brush over him.
We are reviewing the MPP10, and
we're gonna tell the story.
All right. We'll tell.
Game changer when this came out.
This MP1, which is Masterpiece 1, was Masterpiece Convoy. It came out in about 15 years ago, 12 years ago, whatever, and it was a game changer in Transformers and toys. Yeah. It was mind-blowing, right?
It was. This is a mind-blowing toy in toys in general. This was probably one of the first Transformers that was
a masterpiece.
A masterpiece. Yeah. Complex, metal, huge, crazy. A modernized version of G1 Optimus. It changed everything in toys.
It was mind-blowing. The articulation was incredible. It was heavy.
And it was a crazy time for toys, too. This came out
around Vinyl Tech.
Yeah, and the same time that the 148th Valkyries came out.
That's right.
It was a renaissance for toys.
It really was.
People were starving for good shit.
And it was reasonably priced.
Yep.
Like, I think the Japanese one was like $100, and then the US one was about $75, and they were great. It was a game changer. Then, 10 years later or so, Takara changed the game, and they introduced MP10. Now, this is the American version, and anyone who watches knows that I'm very partial to the Takara version. I thought this blue was a little too blue, but nevertheless, this is the MP10. It's a great toy. What they did was they scaled it down, and
made it better. Made it more dynamic, I guess, and more. They gave it more articulation, more angular, more cool. It is a better toy. But I remember when this came out, we were reluctant. It was a little bit like, oh man, I just have the best Prime ever. Absolutely. Why would I want another? I remember,
and it was too high. I got the Takara one, and I think I paid like $260 for it, which was just like, wait a minute. So you're giving me a smaller Prime with trailer. But
plastic.
And I'll be honest with you, I still believed that MPO1 was the greatest.
Yeah, at the time. It'll never be top ever.
Right.
Me too. I thought the same thing. I didn't even order it from Japan. Yeah. I remember you got yours.
I did, right.
And I'm like, wow, you just paid like $300.
Yeah, it was a lot of money. It was, and I was not incredibly enthusiastic about it. Nope. But to move on, like, it was, over the years, they changed the direction of Masterpiece. It was a good thing.
And this is the first change of that direction.
It absolutely was. So here we are now in 2016, and there's been a shift in Transformer collecting in general with the inclusion of third-party and knockoffs. And I went out there. I don't generally buy knockoffs.
No, I actually usually rip on them.
No, but here is the MPP10. This is, I'm just going to straight out and say, I think it's officially my favorite toy of all time. That's bold.
That is very bold, especially for this guy. You have to understand, I used to catch so many holier-than-thou speeches about knockoffs, about even third party. Not too bad. You did it first.
So bad.
You didn't say it, but I could see it behind your eyes, like you wanted to say it. He didn't. He did not openly, but then this fucker came on.
Look, this thing is the greatest.
It is beautiful.
It is beautiful. Before I start getting a little detail, look, I'm not gonna get into the debate of knockoffs, like whether they're okay or not morally. There are differences. There's definitely the knockoff where they actually manufacture the exact same item and try to fool the buyer. I'm totally against that. Completely. But this is...
As am I.
Yeah.
As am I.
But this is a different item, and I'm not defending it. I'm just saying it is a different item. It is almost twice as big as the regular Masterpiece, and it is 100% improvement of the MPT. It is mind-blowing. I just couldn't wait to review this thing. The improvements are substantial. I'm just gonna go in. First of all, let me just ramble because I'm super crazy.
Go to town, man.
They added pins to the fingers. Anyone who has MP10 knows those fingers were a bitch to. They would fly off. They added paint applications that are actually seem subtle but are absolutely mind-blowing. For those who had the Takara and didn't like the dead eyes issue is fixed. I really didn't have an issue with it until I went back and looked at it, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe the Takara, it didn't bother you either, but this is fixed. The red plastic is very glossy, and the blue is like just a nice sheen. Like, it's like the closest thing I've ever seen to a Chogokin version of Prime. These flaps right here are die-cast metal, as well as his toes. I would say that one thing that I don't know if I would change, but if they made all this die-cast metal, then it would absolutely be like the
it'd be MP1.
Yeah,
it would be MP1.
The joints are so tight and solid. Like, I have beat the shit out of this. Like, I played with this thing so much that it should be like loosey-goosey, and it is not. Same thing with the paint applications. Like, this thing should be worn to hell, but it isn't. The quality is amazing. Yeah, I mean, I was just going to show the size comparison real quick, just to give you a size comparison. I mean, I'm just going to dump shit.
It's not comparable.
It's crazy.
I mean, this isn't even my favorite mold. I mean, I think it's great. But when you busted this thing out, I was like, holy shit.
It's
it's incredible. This really is incredible. I mean, the quality of it. I have like some of the Takasa Tomy, is that what they call them? The knockoffs. Just the masterpiece knockoffs that are identical.
Oh,
I have
okay.
one.
Yeah, you
I
have
the
one.
Silver Streak,
right.
and it's not as good. I mean,
right.
it's maybe 85%, but this is like 115%. Quality of that. It's better. It's better in every way.
This wasn't made to be a knockoff. This was actually made with love. Like, it truly, I think it's, what is it, Wei Zhang, I think it is. It was made with love, and its intention had to have been like, hey, I am going to take a beautiful item, credit to Takara, this is a great toy, and I'm going to do whatever I can to make it the absolute pinnacle of Masterpiece Primes. That's my thought. Would you prefer
it if it had the doll plastic like the Takara?
No, I like the gloss. The only part that I wish was dull was the thighs, the gray thighs. I think that
they look a little cheap.
They look a
little cheap.
But that would be like honestly one of the few complaints that I have. And just to show you, I'm going to do a comparison. I'll show you better shots of it. MP01, I still have nothing but love for, but when you put them next to each other, not even the size, but like, you just look at it and you're just like, wow, I cannot believe I did not truly, genuinely see the improvements of the MP10 until I put it to a size comparable.
Yeah, it does. It makes it apples to apples. You know, an apples to apples.
Yeah, because the size. I still like the MP10's weight. I don't want to say this is too light because it isn't, but comparatively, it is substantially lighter. And I do love the MP01 pistons that they gave. And also, this is like the DVD version, which was the worst of the MP01, so I am comparing it to the worst. But still, this has the rubber tires. I feel a little bit of guilt for my love of this thing so much because it is not an official product. And
don't feel guilty.
Don't feel guilty?
No, that would be very... no, don't feel guilty.
Okay.
Optimus Prime time!
Takara got their money out of you. You don't have to feel guilty.
I know. It's not even about that. It's just the fact that it is, you know, I mean, first of all, you need to love and respect the MP10.
Yeah.
But this just allowed me to truly, like, I take this to bed at night with me, man. I mean, I love it. No, I don't really do that, but I'm not too far off from it.
I mean, it's sort of like if Episode 7 is your favorite Star Wars movie, it's not by George Lucas. Are you bad for liking that?
Okay,
I mean,
but it is a licensed
It's
film.
licensed. You know, I get it.
Yeah.
But intellectually,
okay.
It's the same thing.
All right.
But it's like, this is awesome.
Well, I didn't...
This would be my favorite. I'm getting it. I want it.
You absolutely have to have it. My argument, I guess, would be the fact that, like, it's not like I bought that to save $20 from buying...
the real
official.
One. You can't get the official one like this.
Official. This is official.
And if this were official, you'd pay the $200
I would pay
for it over that
$100
that this costs. This is incredible.
I got that from TF Direct for $130 shipped to my door, and I am in the process of purchasing a backup because I love it so much, but they are currently sold out. So TF Direct, when you get them back in, you know, feel free to send me one. But there is a sticker that it comes with that you can put in the Autobot space, and it is a raised area, so I should probably put the sticker on, but I mean, I just didn't.
Why not? I mean, and you know they left that off so they can come out with all the other versions of it.
Oh, I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
What do I do if they do that? Like, I love this toy so much. Like, The transformation is solid. Tight joints.
The other ones tick me off though. The ones that are so hard to get. But
yeah, I don't
the Evangeline one and the Bathing Ape.
Evangelion. But
Evangelion,
I don't really see the need for those that much.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But they tick me up because they're so expensive, and it's like, but I guess that's what's sort of cool about knockoffs. Because those ones are ones I was sort of glad were knocked off.
Because the prices were so
because
outrageous.
then anybody can have a stupid Optimus Prime that they don't want to spend $600 on to get, But I'm like, So
I don't know. That's where I'm kind of in the immoral like dilemma, because it's like if they did make again, this is a debate that like we're all gonna be hypocrites, but that's one where it's like that's a straight up like re-release or repaint of an official item. Like if you really wanted that bad, you could pay the money, but those prices are ridiculous. But I think they're kind of useless anyway.
And it's how I'll get it. If these knockoff guys are hurting the hoarders that jack those prices up, it doesn't bother me as much, because I'd be like, if the hoarders had the ability to knock stuff up, they'd be doing it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a whole real moral dilemma. But going back to the toy, even the box, I know I'm going backwards, is real high quality. Like it's got the Velcro. It's got styrofoam, people. When was the last time they made styrofoam in an action figure? I don't know if do you prefer styrofoam or do you like the plastic inserts?
I don't really care that much, but styrofoam.
Yeah.
Styrofoam is cooler,
Well, the styrofoam
But you never get styrofoam in a window box, so it depends. I prefer a window box. So I guess if they give me plastic without a window, then I'm pretty pissed.
Yeah.
I feel pretty screwed over.
Right, I can see that. But the styrofoam was Godaken, right? Like like Voltron, like as a kid.
They gave you both. They gave you a window box and styrofoam.
I don't really know what else to tell you viewers out there. I can just tell you that this has quickly become my favorite toy ever. And I will say, whether you have MP10 or MP01 or neither of them, if you're going to spend money and you just want the ultimate showpiece, play piece, everything piece, I'm going as far to say,
dang.
Like I don't know what else to tell you. I can't give it a higher recommendation.
Yeah, just make sure if you do have it, if you get it, you have an MP10 first.
Yeah, you should.
Morally, just being moral.
Moral.
I'm the moral, but I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of hard. I want to cut the moral bullshit out.
Yeah, just stick to this.
Because I'm not here to. We're not here to debate whether whatever. I'm just going to tell you, its quality is better than any Takara product I've ever seen. If that was released by Takara, they could release it as Chogokin. I mean, it is the highest quality, greatest product, and the only thing that I would alter if I was the one making it is for my own like personal interest. I probably would put a little more die-cast metal into the legs to give it that ridiculous MP01 weight, and the thighs I would have made dull.
Yeah,
that's all I got on it.
And the plastic is beautiful. I mean, just the red plastic is usually a dead giveaway of cheapness. Like if you compare this plastic to Red Alert, you tell me which one looks better, and it's like. It's amazing. They cut no corners on this.
No.
Not one.
No.
Like, I can't see one corner. I don't see one place that they really didn't improve on. Yeah.
It was made out of love. It wasn't made to fool the public. It was made out of love.
Yep.
So that's that. I've been waiting like a week to get this out of my system because I love it so much. So 2016, Nerd Out, anything else?
Nerd Out!
I just wanted to say, like, man, like, it made this. I got to get rid of this Hot Toys Prime. Like, I got my issues with it, but like that MPP10 makes this in every way like useless because it not only looks better and feels better, but it even transforms, and this does. And like the only thing this has on it is the cool paint jobs are unbelievable, but I don't even need it anymore. I don't need it.
Truffle shuffle. No, better truffle shuffle.
No.